Is this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure worth it to get to add to your Ninja Turtle collection? Dun dun dun! Why am I making this so serious? Hey there! So glad you came in here to Nerd Amazing today. I know you're interested in the loyal subject's IDW comic book style action figure of this Donatello Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure that just came in here. So, let's go ahead and check it out together to see what it's all about. And starting with the packaging first, let's look at some key highlights. We get the action figure behind clear plastic film, as well as alternate hands, some of the accessories, alternate head, the weapon. We'll look at all that just in a second. He does come with the collector's card inside, as we can see. So, not too bad, not too bad. On this side, we have a great shot of Donatello in a battle pose. And he looks like he's ready to take on the foot. He's all powered up with his eyes being white. I like that look. On the right hand side, a more of a kind of softer, kinder Donatello. He's got brown eyes. That's awesome. Love that kind of eye glint that he gave him. Got a little smile as well. Beautifully done illustration. The top, not much. Got some logos. It's the loyal subject, BST, AXN. Still, all right. The bottom right here, the Ninja Turtles logo right there, the lettering, as well as the UPC stuff, and all the kind of toy jargon. And lastly, the backside, which is awesome. Great toy photography shot of Donatello. That's awesome. From his head down to his feet, a little bit of the accessories you can see. Little description as well of this art figure, some of the articulation, sculpt details as well. See anything else? More toy jargon. All right, let's go ahead and open up Donnie here. So let's check out the accessories you get with this Donatello. First off, the classic bow staff, his weapon. You have the wrapping right here in the middle that you can kind of see in a nice kind of a cream color. And the wooden portion, which shows a little bit of the wooden texture. Not very vibrant in color, but overall pretty good. It's got a little bit of bend to it, as you can tell. Nice, nice. Then you get his alternate head. And this has the pupils with the brown eyes, more of a smile, a softer kind of Donatello look. Really nice. You got a little bit of the raggedness right here on his bandana, on his eye mask. Really great. And a bit of a texture right here around the forehead. And that hole right there is a great segue to these. Just the ending of the bandana where it kind of goes off to the end, more of a tattered look. Nice purple. Really nice. And you get two of them. They look exactly the same to me. But they are adjustable, as you can tell. So that's kind of nice. Then you have this kind of technologically advanced power fist deal. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it looks like you could probably shock an opponent when it gets hit right there. And Donatello being the brains of the bunch, I'm not surprised that he comes up with this technology. Really nice. And real quick, it very easily fits right into his forearm. That's a nice touch. Really good there. He does have these pair of night vision goggles is what I'm thinking. I'm sure it does a lot of other deals, giving him different spectrums of arrays that will allow him to see the enemy in different scenarios. And this just easily goes right over each of the heads like so. Really nice look. This is gonna be fun to use. And he does have a set of open hands like so. They won't be grasping anything, but can be used for, I'm assuming, some kind of kung fu, ninjutsu types of moves, which is really nice. Great texture in the hand portion, especially in that wrapping section. Really nicely done. Then he has a closed fist, just one hand, which is kind of sad. I wish he had two. But again, same kind of wrapping style, same kind of texture into the wrapping right here, which I'm assuming is kind of mimicking cloth. Really nice. And then kind of a semi-open hand, but more kind of closed, which I'm assuming will allow him to grip the bow staff like so. So that's pretty nice. All right. And we get this wonderful collector's card that he comes with that utilizes the illustration that we saw on the packaging. So here is the front, and here is the back. Again, showing that toy photography that we saw on the back of the packaging, as well as a description of Donnie himself. So pause the video if you want to read that. All right, let's move on to the details. Now let's check out the details of this action figure. His standard head that he comes with is the fighting version style. His teeth are bearing down. He's got a great scowl line right here. And this is the one that does not have the pupils. Really, really awesome looking. And he does have a bit of texture around his head. As you can see, there's a little bit of a modeling deal, little circles that are going around. He's got his front portion, a lot of textures right there, almost kind of wrinkle and whatnot. His protective I guess, underside. He's got a great utility belt that he has with wonderful pouches all around that he's probably keeping a lot of his ninja weaponry as well as his gadgets. And this wraps around all the way to his backside. Again, more of the boxes right there. And his turtle shell that's right here. And it's very interesting. He's kind of got like a lot of dings and scratches, but these little circular deals as well. These are interesting. I'm not sure what they are. If it's kind of bolts or reinforcements. It's really interesting. I don't know. I don't think that was on the other one, the Leo one that was on that I reviewed earlier. And right here on the back on that utility belt is the area for his bow staff to fit into, like so. And it goes in there pretty nicely up until you get to the wrapping part. So that just keeps it really snug. Let me get that out. All right. But overall, really good. Great muscle definition. Very lean. Very defined within the shoulders. You even got some veins popping out in his biceps. And then his hands here are wrapped in cloth, giving him great protection for blocking, defense, as well as probably used to kind of protect his hands when he's punching a foot soldier. Nice fingers as well. No real definition there. So I don't see any fingernails or anything. But now here you get more of the wrapping on the inside of this turtle. I don't actually no idea how that actually happens. I mean, you have this part that doesn't come off and you have the shell that's attached to your body. So how do you wrap? How does a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wrap himself up like that? If you're an expert, let me know. Again, his legs really nicely defined. Very good. He's got kind of leather padding right around here with his open knee deal, almost to help him have support at his knees when he's doing some kicking action, you know, kicking the foot, kicking Shredder's butt. And then moving down, wrapping around down the legs and to the feet as well. Now, does the feet have any details to it? Let's see, not that I can tell. Maybe slight toenail in this one, actually. Hard to tell. But the overall details are really nice on this action figure. Now let's check out the size of Donatello here. I hope you're enjoying this action figure review so far. And if you are, click that like button, because it's gonna make Donatello here really happy. And also, drop your comments below so we can talk about this action figure. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, because love to have you be a part of the Nerdmazing community here. And this particular Donatello from the Loyal Subjects, the IDW comic style, he does stand up at about 5.5 inches tall. And just to give you an idea of how that is within your collection, we'll cycle through some notable action figures that you might already have in your collection. And if you are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collector and you collect from different lines, this is how this particular Donatello will stack up to those. And here's Donatello with Leonardo from the same Loyal Subjects IDW comic style line, which I have done a review over Leo, and I'll put a link to that showcase at the end of this video, so watch out for that. But it gives you an idea of how he'll look within this particular collection. So let's see if Donatello here has the ninja moves with his articulation. With his head, he spins around really nicely, side to side, somewhat, not too bad. Going forward, not really. Going backwards, not really either. All right. As for the shoulders, does he do a T motion? Ooh, a bit. And it's very stiff on these, so watch out there. But he does have a good T motion, not too bad. There's also a little bit of a butterfly joint, so his shoulders can do that. That's pretty nice. Putting them back down to neutral. Shoulders spin around. Really good, so that's not too bad. Bicep, there is rotation there. Elbows, double jointed, really nice. Wrist, spins around. Nothing there, so it doesn't, the hands don't go forward, the hands don't go back. Restricted right here at the bandages. All right, put them up real quick. Nothing right there at the torso, pretty solid. Right here at the legs, beautiful split, like butter. Side to side, very minor. He does have right here a little bit of a thigh rotation, upper thigh, so that's nice. Knees bend really well, double jointed right there, really good. Anything here? Nothing. Feet. They go side to side, nice rocking action. Do they go down? A little bit, as you can see. And then kind of back to standard, back to neutral. That seems to be it with all of its articulation. So not too much, there's a little bit of stuff, some restrictions, but overall, not too bad. But let's find out how well he poses with checking out some of the action figure poses, why I talk about the pros and cons of this action figure. Now, as for what I like about this Donatello action figure, first off, the sculpt is awesome. There is a ton of muscle details, and the overall profile and face sculpt is great. I also love how the body shape is different from the Leonardo action figure, which you'll need to check out that review right after you watch this one. Plus, this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle has some pretty good articulation, boasting 31 points of articulation, which allows you to achieve a wide variety of poses, but there are some issues with it due to its sculpt that limits certain poses, such as kneeling, such as any low sweeping the leg kicks. And also, this is a great piece for anyone that has a fandom for the IDW comic book styles of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Plus, I think these are the only types of action figures out there that utilize that style. So, kudos to you, the loyal subjects. Now, as for what I don't like about these action figures, these particular Ninja Turtles do not have any feet peg holes to utilize display stands, which is kind of a bummer because that limits the stability that you can achieve with these action figures on trying to do some dynamic poses. I don't know why they don't have a hole there at the bottom, but it seems like a simple thing to have added. So hopefully future Ninja Turtles that they create will have those peg holes later. And I had to use a bit of heat to be able to swap out the heads. Every time I put the heads on, it held great, but really tough to get them off. So I used the hairdryer method to heat them up and they popped off just fine, but I wasn't able to do it with my strength alone. And you don't want to force pulling something off of an action figure, so that way you avoid breaking anything from it. I have to say, it's not a bad action figure to get, especially at that price point. And the fact that it reps the IDW comic book style, old Dottie here is actually worth getting. And if you do want to get them, I have an affiliate link in the description below should you wish to use. So, I'm sure you want to check out the Leonardo action figure from the loyal subjects based on this line. Go ahead and click the review right here. Well, thanks for stopping by here at Nerd Amazing, and feel free to stick around and keep browsing all the action figure reviews that we have here. Well, this is Adam with Nerd Amazing, and I'll see you next time.